Welcome back. It's Tuesday. It's time for some inspirational chit chat with you and me and all of our family here. So this week, I want to talk to you about accountability because I feel like that is what someone needs to hear. I don't know who. There's someone who needs to hear this either now or in the future. Based on the numbers, I'm guessing it's a future you. So hello, future you. It's a pleasure to meet you. This is past me. Ha, very cute. Accountability. So accountability becomes one of the most important things, especially if you're trying to change habit. Now, accountability is how you make sure that your motivation isn't based on inspiration. So what do I mean by that? When you watch a video like an Eric Thomas or a Gary, the Russian gentleman who I can't remember his last name to save my life. When you watch one of those videos and you feel inspired and you're like, yes, I'm going to go out and I'm going to own it. And you go out and you own it for a day. And then you go, well, I owned it yesterday. Today I'm going to take a nap. That is inspired, but without being accountable to anyone, it's not doing very much for you. Like, it's a fun break. It's like watching a movie or playing a game. But it's not going to resolve the problem the way that you need it resolved. You know, your routine, your inspiration, your why, that's super important. We're definitely going to have to talk about that at some point in the future. But your accountability is also very, very important. You know, even if it's just accountable to your parents, accountable to your kids, accountable to an internet pen pal, accountable to Facebook, accountable to whoever. It matters. And it matters because when you feel like someone is expecting you to do something, you're more driven to do it. Because when it's you doing it for you, then the only person you let down is you, and you don't want to do it anymore, so you're okay with letting yourself down. You know, we don't hold ourselves accountable the way that we should. And we should, but we don't. We don't. So saying to someone, I'm going to be a writer, I'm going to be an influencer, I'm going to create content on Monday, Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday, depending on how the week goes. I'm going to write a book, I'm going to produce t-shirts, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. When you say that to somebody and you put it into the world, that becomes so much more powerful. Because now, if you stop, you're no longer a person of your word. And that's heavy for some people. Like, for example, for me, my word is my bond. My honor is my bond. If I tell you I'm going to do something, you will get 100% out of me. That's why I'm careful not to do it very often. Because I know that I will not break my word unless there are powers beyond my control. So I don't give my word very often. But that makes it powerful. And I gave my word that I was going to do this on Mondays and Tuesdays. I gave my word that I was going to finish this book and I was going to finish the next one. I gave my word that I was going to put 120% into this. So here I am, accountable to me, accountable to you. And I hope that you are accountable to someone too, especially somebody that needs you to succeed. So being accountable to the self is important. And it's a shame that we're not more accountable to ourselves because we should be. You know, if someone else told you, I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to eat healthy, and I'm going to do it right, and they didn't, you'd be mad at them. You'd be disappointed at them. But if you say it, and then you don't hold yourself accountable. You're not mad at yourself. You're like, well, you know, I tried and it was hard. But if somebody told you, they're like, hey, I'm going to lose this weight for you. And then they didn't lose the weight, you'd be like, rah. And that's what's important. What's important is that we don't hold ourselves to that level, so we've got to have somebody else hold us to it. You know, if you're fortunate enough to have kids, man, kids are fantastic for this. Because you can promise those kids you're going to do something, and they don't have to have the slightest idea what you're talking about, and you can still feel that same level of weight, that same level of guilt, that same level of power. And you know, if we are creatures who are predetermined to feel guilty about stupid things. So you might as well feel guilty about something that's going to help you. Let the guilt fuel you instead of hinder you. Be accountable to yourself. You know, your word matters. It does. And it should matter to you. And you should do it because you said you were going to do it. And even if no one else knows you're doing it, even if no one else cares that you're doing it, you do it because you said you were going to. And you matter. You know, being accountable is important. It really is. Go be accountable to somebody. You want to be accountable to somebody? Right now I challenge you to be accountable to me. That's right. You, me, we're going to do this. Figure something out that you've always wanted to do. Write that shit down. Be accountable for it. Let's get some stuff done. I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. And I've decided that one of the things I want to try to remind you guys of is that you're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome and I love you. And in case someone forgot to tell you, you're amazing. You're great. A bad decision doesn't make you a bad person, and a bad choice doesn't make you a bad person. A failure also doesn't make you a failure. Now, if you do this on the regular, it might be time for some lifestyle changes. But a bad decision, a bad day doesn't make you a bad person. So don't fall into the trap of thinking that just because you made some bad choices that you're a bad person and now you can't do anything about it. Own your day, own your life. I love you. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.